Hi everybody, and today we're doing stage 2 of converting the T25 to power steering. On the last episode, which you can get from the website www.tothegarage.co.uk, or you can go to the YouTube channel obviously. We did the mechanical install, so we've now got a power assisted steering column, but it's not powered because there's no electric. So today is stage 2 and we're going to be wiring it up. First thing I've done is just take the seat out for ease, and if you're going to remove the seat, sit down here for a second, then as you'll know, you've got these levers which allow you to slide the seat forward on its runners. If you lift this little tab whilst pushing the seat forward and lifting that, give you 3 hands, it slides all the way off the rails and you can pull it out very easily. Next, you want to mount your ECU. This is the thing that controls the power steering, and you can mount it in all sorts of different places. Here you can mount it behind the dashboard, cable tie it into place, all sorts of things. I'm going to be trying out this technique, which is to put it back more or less where it went on a Corsa, and using this bolt hole here, which is threaded, and this one here, which is threaded, with the 2 lugs on the ECU. And the way around I'm putting it, whoops, we've got 2 connections coming off the power steering column. The power steering motor is on the right hand side, so I'm putting it so that the sockets that fit onto those are on the right hand side as well, just to make my cable routes nice and neat. Okay, so there we are, bolted into place. And the disadvantage of this position, because obviously it's a great location, is might need more mods to the cowling than if you stick it up there somewhere out of the way, but I like this, so I'm going to make it work. And then your connectors, this is the one from your torque sensor, basically the bit just here that detects how much effort you're putting in to turning the wheel, and this is the actual power supply to the motor, and he goes in there and reasonably well tucked away. The opposite side, at the moment we've just got this blue connector in, which is for supply, which I've got to sort out, and another socket where we put in the little loom that comes with the kit. Your lower cowling needs a few mods, but the first thing you need to do is remove the clip, because there's nowhere for it to go anymore. So I'm going to do that by just drilling a hole in the middle of there. Should release it. Okay, so with the clip removed, you can offer it up using the ignition barrel as a guide as to what sort of height it's going to be when it's finished. And what you know then is it's got to swing forward at the bottom quite a long way, and it's being prevented at the moment by the motor on this side. So this lower edge of this cutout has got to be cut away some more. Down here we should be good, and on this side it's colliding with my electrical connections. I marked the trim with these things. They're a recent discovery of mine. It's chalk for a chalkboard, the sort of things that they use in pubs for making the nice arty menu boards. And because it's chalk, you can write in white for a start on all sorts of surfaces. So shake it up at the end, works. It'll show you. Compresses, and it pumps out water and chalk. And I'm going to put weighted 18. So pretty good stuff. If you want some of those, I'll put a link in. That I found really handy. Whilst cutting towards yourself is never a good idea, I'm got myself a range so I can't do myself harm. I've always found that the easy way to remove lots of trim is basically whittling. So this looks even more dodgy because of the camera I'm holding, but cutting like that leaves a really nice edge, and if you do it in little layers it actually cuts relatively easily, and making it look harder than it is, because again I'm wrestling one-handed. So that's my technique for whittling away at this stuff. So after much whittling, I've made that look reasonably factory, I think. And I've put another cutout on this side, which doesn't look quite so neat because it's got corners rather than curves. But that's not too bad. And when we offer it up, to mate that just there. And that's how it fits down the side. Pretty good. On the other side, you see, hang up, there you go. That's what that cutout's for, so we can get the connections. Right, so this is the power lead that goes into the left-hand side of the ECU, red and brown. Red's got to go to the battery, brown has to go to earth. So I'm just going to prep up the ends of these. I'm going to do an I terminal on the end. Like so. Here. The other end, I'm going to solder that up in a minute, is going into this rather posh fuse holder that I just happen to have with a 50 amp fuse. This is the controller box that comes with the kit. In order to max the assistance, and I'm going to suggest, and the T25 Max is good, you need to undo the cover and remove a little jumper wire. Here's the box open. That's the jumper, and to max the power, just grab all that and pull it out, and that's max power. Then from your controller box you want to find a switched live only when the ignition's on. So I've located one there and soldered the joint in, which I'll now insulate. So the white wire coming from the controller box just goes to earth. Next, the only faffy bit, in my opinion, So this purple wire from the little control box has to go into yellow wire from the torque sensor. That's an existing part of the Peugeot loom. So I have to strip back this insulation, find a bit on the yellow wire where it's not been under any strain, split the insulation and tap in with soldering in the wire. And there it is. Just got to insulate that now. So I've got 2 lengths of 27 amp wire going onto the accessory terminal, all shrink wrapped on the positive terminal of the battery, negatives off. All that happens now is we've got to route this out of the battery tray, and we're going to go under the mats and get ourselves round to that fuse holder. Okay, after much longer than expected, all the wires have been routed. Electrically we're all done. This is genuinely the first time I've connected the battery. Let's see what happens. Wish me luck, everybody. Tiny tick off of it, but we have got a clock, so that's good, I think. No smoke, no pops. I'm going to put the whole steering wheel on just loosely so I can tell if anything is happening. Now, real moment of truth. Put the keys in the ignition. Right, there's a few clicks. And it only bloody works. Start her up because I don't know how much juice this is using. I remember previously. Absolute joy. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. One finger all the way round. Oh yeah. One day may have turned into 2 days. We'll go by it. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I wonder how she'll feel on the road. Oh, that's so impressive. If you've got one of these, you'll know that that means I'm either the Incredible Hulk or we're power assisted. Okay, so as you know, I trimmed the panel down to get around that. On the other side there. You can't see that normally because you're at this angle. On my top cowl, I'm going to have to cut away top centimetre of this blade. It just interferes with the barrel and everything else. It's bent over on the original, so it's sort of levering things up, but there's too much going on back here with all the extra castings and brackets, so I'm just going to trim that. Okay, cowl on, a few wires to tidy up, the hub for my new steering wheel in place, which is a Mountain, and just if anybody's in any doubt as to how much better this is than it was, we're not in the air, we're not jacked up or anything like that. I can steer. How incredible is that? There's my beautiful wheel in place. What I'm going to do now is just move the van around, make sure it's straight ahead before I tighten the centre nut up properly. Well, to say I'm pleased with the power steering conversion is an understatement of epic proportions. Brilliant kit, and I'll leave all the links for the bits and pieces if anybody else wants to try doing the same thing in the descriptions and certainly on the website. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the garage, get all the latest. Please have a look at our website, www.tothegarage.co.uk, and we'll see you all again soon.